What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So in this video, I want to talk about AMC and the fact if I'm buying any more AMC, right? There's a lot of people that are asking me, hey, it's at $16. Are you buying any more AMC? You talked about it below $20, and that's a great time for you to get in. Are you looking at this now at, 15, 14, where it was? Have you made any more moves into it? Well, to be honest, I have not. The reason why I have not is just because I cannot link my bank account to a lot of these investment platforms. So it's very difficult for me to get my money even into these investment platforms without using like a debit card or some sort of credit card or whatever. And it's extremely difficult there. So I haven't been able to buy this dip, and I'm extremely upset because I want to. At $14, I think it's a solid buy to where I can take, another maybe $1,400 and buy another 100 shares and get to an even 1,000, which would be phenomenal for the long-term move, because I do believe in what AMC has to offer and where it's going to go. And even if it does find a way to come all the way back, obviously I will continue to buy in. If they end up bringing this down to the levels that it was, right, bringing this down to $2, $4, $5, whatever, that is a definite sign to buy the hell out of this thing. And that is my opinion, right? That's what I plan on doing. And I'm not saying that I'm going to physically put, $20,000 into the position, 20,000 more dollars into the position. I'm going to put what I feel I can actually afford right now into the position. And I would love to put maybe somewhere around $3,000, $4,000 into it. And at $1 a pop or $2 a pop, that would be phenomenal to get that price, especially with all the short interest that it has. So we're going to get into some of the detail. If you haven't checked out my shorts video that I had, feel free to check that out. We're changing up the concept, changing up the structure over on the shorts channel to actually include some short-term technical analysis, somewhere around 2 to 3 minutes, to break some things down and what I see in that position. I still don't know the full structure, if we're only going to break down a stock one time or if we're going to do it multiple times, because I know AMC and GME and a lot of different positions have a ton of things that change over the days and over the weeks. So we'll see how that all goes. But before we get into this, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one. And make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. But let's go ahead and quickly dive into AMC just a little bit here. And what we're going to look at here on the screen is you're going to see we're at 20% short interest, 20.25% short interest. We have over 103 million. It would be great if we had 300 million because then we would see a massive pop, massive potential, right? But we still do see massive potential at 103 million or almost 104 million, short interest, shorted shares. That's phenomenal to see, right? You see that the short interest change, it's about plus 1%. You see the 4.83 million borrowed shares versus the 4 million returned shares. The utilization is around 69, great number. And also the shares on loan is around 111, right? So understanding all of this data, what does this really tell you? It doesn't really tell you too much. It does tell you that there is short interest out there. And a lot of times when you see it above a certain amount, I would say even above 5%, that this has potential to blow as long as a lot of people are holding it. Now, the problem that we're dealing with, which we will get into later, is we don't know how many, quote unquote apes are a part of this community that are still in it, right? We don't know how many people are still in it. Is it still 80%? Is it 70%? Is it 60%? What is the deal with the position? Are people still holding on? Have people given up? Is that like what's the deal with all of that, right? And I know it's tough to see it go from $70 all the way down to 16 or 14. It sucks, but there's two ways that it can get there. There's probably other ways it can get there, but two ways that I'm seeing it getting there, right? People that decide to get out of the position, right? And then, institutional and hedge funds deciding to short and sell the position that they do have, right? Which they don't really have too much of the position, because if we held 80%, they can really only hold 20% at a time, right? So if we're looking at that, it's probably not the selling portion. It's more or less the shorting that's going on in the position. And again, 4.83 million borrowed shares today. and 49% shorted shares. If we go into the chart exchange, we're going to see 49%, 49.63% shorted shares, which is lower than some of the other averages we have seen over the past 30 days. The average is 58, almost 59% over the last 30 days. This means that they've been shorting it 60% in the last 30 days on average. Some are higher, some are lower. And just doesn't really make sense to me why we would think that this is over at all, just because there's so much opportunity for growth after them shorting the hell out of this thing, right? So that's what I wanted to bring forth. Let's go ahead and look at the chart here and understand where we're standing. It was great to be able to see a little bit of a comeback. I'm looking at ZOM. It was great to be able to see a little bit of a comeback with AMC after seeing an increase, a slight increase, which is what we saw in other days. We saw a slight increase and then all of a sudden it started to tank. And that's what I thought we were going to see a continuation of today, which there were a ton of positions that did this exact same thing, right? So this did decrease all the way down to $14.20 something cents, $14.23 of a low. After that, increasing and breaking through the VWAP, the 200 EMA, and really showing some really good strength all the way up to a level of about $17. What was that? What was the high here? $17.29. Hitting that twice before creating a double top and then starting to decrease down to the VWAP, which it did bounce off the VWAP. Kind of 3 times here, creating more of a triple bottom, I guess, creating that W formation here. But a triple bottom really shows a lot of strength, increasing up to a level here of about 1688. And decreasing just a little bit, creating more of a level out. And throughout the rest of the after hours market, yes, you did see a slow decline. And then as you started to get to the end of the after hours market, that's where it really took a dip down to about 1610 before increasing and consolidating and having less volume. So we'll see what tomorrow actually brings, if it's going to be more negativity. Am I scared of this? No, I'm not scared of this. Am I going to make more moves into it? Am I going to buy into it? I'm going to try, because again, I have bank account problems that I really can't buy more of the position, because since first buying AMC with these platforms, my bank account has now been put on the blacklist. Not my bank account, but the bank has been put on the blacklist of every single investment platform, and it's my main bank account. So I don't know. I have to do something with that, because it just bothers the hell out of me that that's the case, because I can't link it to any single platform that I want to, because they just don't accept it. So that sucks. So I've been using my other bank account, which I need to transfer money to, but also that account doesn't link to my bank account, so I can't directly transfer into that account. So it's stupid. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So I know I want to be able to invest into AMC at these lows. I loved it at 14 today. I absolutely loved it at 14 today. And even just seeing from 14 to 16 is a decent sized gain, right? Seeing it at a $2 gain from where it was is a good sized gain. Now, would I sell after that gain? No, I would take what I did have, and hopefully I can buy a number of hundreds of shares, maybe thousands, and run with that. The issue is that I physically can't do it because of my bank. So do I want to buy more? Yes, I do. Now, just to get into a little bit of information here, which I did talk about on my MP Shorts channel. If you guys want to check out those Shorts videos, I do really quick videos where I'm going to break down different things. It's not going to be like Shorts leveled, where you have like, you can watch it on your phone and you scroll through like it's TikTok. It's going to be same format as what we're seeing here. It's just going to be a shorter video breaking down some of this stuff, breaking down some of the technical analysis that I do see in certain positions. And mainly what I'm flowing off of, what I'm functioning off of, is this 200 EMA line. I want to see this bounce off of the 200 EMA line. I understand we did surpass that, but we're starting to see some positivity, creating more of a hammerhead candlestick, a slight hammerhead candlestick, showing positivity in the week candlesticks that we're looking at here. But then when we look at the month candlestick, we understand that we did surpass the 200 EMA. And typically what we're going to see is that bounce off of the 200 EMA. If we look at this as a support and resistance line in the past, you can see that this is a strong support here. actually pulling back, a strong support, increasing. It breaks that support, and now it uses it as a level of resistance. So the 200 EMA is a level of resistance, decreased all the way down to 191, increase up to the 200 EMA before decreasing just a little bit, resisting off of it, breaking through that, and now using it as a level of support. Now, there's always a chance that this could continue to drop down. And again, that makes me happy because it creates more of a buying opportunity, but the overall market is falling. It's not just because of AMC. We do understand that they're shorting, people are selling, institutions are selling, right? That's why you have a massive amount that's actually falling off for AMC. And a lot of people think that they're just really crashing the entire market so that people, get out of AMC, and people, just decide to leave the position and not come back, right? And maybe when they do come back, they come back on the way up, and then they end up shorting it again, right? I hope that we stayed above, 70% retail traders holding this position. I really hope we did, but I know it's very tough to stay at that level. Thank you for subscribing, Lewis. I appreciate that. Lewis M. Rodriguez. I really appreciate that a lot. But yeah, I think it will suck if we're below like 70%, but it's not impossible to see massive growth if we're below 70%. If we're around 50 or 60%, that's still fine. I just loved when we were at 80% because it shows so much positivity on the way up with all of the shorts that they have in there. So that's my opinion, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this. When I understand I'm posting this video pretty late, but I wanted to get these short interest numbers. And that's really what I'm waiting for, is usually around 7 o'clock, I think, is when we get like a lot of the short interest numbers in there, and the short volume, I mean. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.